Yo, remember back on the bully when cats used to harmonize like, yo, I'm thinking about women. Don't forget about the thing. This is not the most. I don't know where this song came. Listen, this song came, and I was like, what is this all about? But we here. We gonna get it. Hey. How y'all doing, fam? Hey. 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 Hey, how y'all doing, fam? Oh. Like this is, we might as well while we're here. Just a minimum. What y'all know about Lauren Hill? Hey. Hey. Hey, 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 hey. How y'all doing this morning? Y'all doing all right? Dedicated to the man, concerned with his friends and his tents and his women, him and his man. Come in the club like he can, don't care. Like, I know this is not a church song, but I was like, why am I playing? Like, why am I even hearing this song in my ear? You know, it's like. Listen. Come on. Did I say that? Compalandia? Thank you for the light. Come again. Hey, hey. It's the vibe of the song. I think it's the vibe of the song. Come on. Watch out about that thing, that thing, that thing. Hey, hey, listen. This is Lauren Hill, doo wop, that thing. Listen, listen. I was like, I was sitting here, I was like getting ready to switch and go live so that we can do our metaphysical Bible study, right? Because this is what this is supposed to be about. And I'm like, why is Lauren Hill playing in my ear? I was like, really, like, why is Lauren Hill playing in my ear? And let's look at the lyrics because I think it's really, really interesting. Like for me, it's about when you hear stuff, it's not even it's not a coincidence, you know? Because the chapter that we are reading is we're gonna read this book called Healing Your Life, a 12-step guide to bringing love, power, and purpose to your life. We're gonna get through as much as we can in the next 45 minutes. But this song was like, where did this song come from? But it's like that thing. I think she says something in the beginning that I was like, oh, you know what? That connects. Like, like seeing a thing, but not really, how do I want to say it? Like seeing a thing, but not really admitting to what you see. Y'all have said like this. What do you know that you are pretending like you don't know? Come on, somebody. Come on, what do you know that you're pretending like you don't know? And I feel like this song kind of alludes to some of that. Like some people you know are not good for you, but yet you still have them in your circle. Or you kind of like, I'm holding on to this, but you know it's not like good for you. Let's read some of these lyrics. Yo, my men and women, don't forget about the Dean Sirat all Master Queen. Yo, it's been a thing. If you feel good, wave your hands in the air and lick 2 shots in the atmosphere. It's been 3 weeks since you were looking for your friend, the one you let hit it and never called you again. Come on. Remember when he told you he was about the Benjamins? You act like you ain't hear him, then give him a little trim. To begin, now you think you're really gonna pretend. Come on, that's the line. To begin, now you think you're really gonna pretend like you wasn't down and you called him again. Plus, when you give it up so easy, you ain't even fooling him. If you did it then nobody probably, again. Come on, come on. Somebody's in denial. I think that's what it is. Talking out your neck, saying you a Christian, a Muslim, sleeping with the jinn. Now that was the sin that did Jezebel in. Who you gonna tell when the repercussions spin? My God, it sounds like a preach word to me. Showing off your we on TikTok and live. How can we say this word? Showing off your because you thinking it's a trend. Listen, showing off your assimilations. Come on, because you think it's a trend. Girlfriend, let me break it down for you again. You know I only say it because I'm truly genuine. Don't be a hard rock when you really are a gem. Come on, baby girl, respect is just a minimum. Come on. And then you still defending them. Now Lauren is only human. Don't think I haven't been through the same predicament. Let it sit inside your head like a million women in a Philly pen. It's silly when girls sell their soul because it's in look at where you've been in. Hair weaves like Europeans, fake nails done by Koreans. Come again, a win-win. Come again, a win-win. Come again. My friend, come again. We're gonna leave that there because listen. I think it's putting us into the space of coming out of denial. We're going back into our read when we've been doing this book called Healing Your Life, a 12-step guide to bring in love, power, and purpose. We've been reading this book in our metaphysical Bible study. If you're not subscribed to my TikTok channel, I don't know what you're waiting on because this is the conversation that we have Monday through Friday. Mondays is open. That's our open house. But Tuesday through Friday, we in these conversations, right? So let's get into it. Come out of denial. We're going back to step 1. Feel your pain and see it as a wake-up call. You hear me? Thank you for the follow. Feel your pain and see it as a wake-up call. Come on, that part. I hear you making yourself pretty, but where is the soul? Absolutely, Isley Joe. Is the soul pretty like that weave? Come on. Come on. It's really like, is your soul pretty like the shenanigans that you putting on? Like you fake. You fake in the sense that you living one way, right? Or you want, let's say, the facade of it all. You want people to perceive you one way, but inside you're not really being true to who you are. Strategy: drop your mask, open your heart, get in touch with your feelings, and share them with others. Come on, somebody, drop your mask. And why don't we share this live for those that need a little metaphysical and coaching this morning? Share the live because this is for somebody. Drop your mask, Open your heart, get in touch with your feelings, and share them with others. Here we go. The difficult but important truth is that you can't heal until you acknowledge your pain, your fear, and your shame. All right, let's go home, right? Because it's offering call. It's offering time and it's altar call. Right there. The difficult but important truth is that you can't heal until you acknowledge your pain, your fear, and your shame. I was in a situation to where I was trying to make amends with somebody, and I was trying to address certain things that made our relationship unpalatable. And this individual was like, "I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that." And I was like, they was like, "Why do we have to do that?" And my conversation with them, um, my conversation with them was basically, you cannot progress forward if you're not willing, to actually have the conversation around the areas that hurt us both. And a lot of times people don't want to have those hard conversations, right? But you cannot progress until you manage and explore where the pain is. Okay, I just dropped that nugget there. Okay. You can't heal until you stop hiding your negative feelings and stop pretending to be happy when you are not. You have to be authentic to be happy. You have to take off your mask and be real. You have to come out of the closet. And this is not a same gender loving thing. This is about you being honest about your feelings and what you have going on, being true to who you are and what you're feeling. Pain is a wake up call. Therefore, feeling and acknowledging your pain is the first step in the healing process. Anything that prevents you from feeling your pain and discovering its source is an act of denial. Hey, thank you, fam. We're just going back to invest back into chapter 1 from my book for those that have not got a chance to hear this. Pain is, thank you, fam, for the heart. Pain is a wake up call. Therefore, feeling and acknowledging your pain is the first step in the healing process. Anything that prevents you from healing your pain and discovering its source is an act of denial. Ooh, come on, somebody needs this reminder. Anything that prevents you from feeling your pain and discovering its source is an act of denial. It is an attempt to ignore the call of your heart and soul to awaken and heal. All addictions, compulsions are a form of denial. They, oh, y'all finna get me in trouble with my spelling and reading, okay? They anesthetize your pain or help you escape from it. As long as you are an addict, you won't feel the depth of your pain and you will have little incentive to heal it. Thank you for the share, Sonny. As long as you are an addict, this is not just drugs. This is an addict to people pleasing. This is an addict to wanting to be seen. This is an addict to hiding behind your gifts. This is an addict for all those other things, but not really tapping into what you feel. As long as you are an addict, you won't feel the depth of your pain and you will have little incentive to heal it. Your mask or persona helps you gain social approval. Ooh, ooh. We getting back into this. Your mask or persona helps you gain social approval. It helps you to appear to be normal and well adjusted. Listen, I got the mic here. Oh, I can't move the mic because I'm Beth then gave me the mic. I'm finna slide the mic over because of We already preaching on this AM by way of listen, by way of healing your life and Paul Farini. I'm gonna grab the mic while I okay. I did all that just to grab the mic. Okay, right, here we go. Forgive my goofiness, all right? Your mask or persona helps you gain your social approval. It helps you to appear to be normal and well adjusted, even if you aren't. It hides your pain and shows people an edited version of you. Come on, can I really just testify because that used to be me. Honestly. Honestly, like the energy I have now, I didn't this is a new Titus Glenn because Titus Glenn would never hint around cussing or traveling to Pennsylvania or slipping and sliding to Virginia. Oh, but thank God for freedom. Okay. But it's about you being you and finding, come on, slip and slide to Virginia. Absolutely. And stand strong on Pennsylvania. Okay, focus, Titus. Focus. Let's run that back. This is the freedom. Come on. I think this is the, just time for a little praise break. Thank you. Come on. Just for 30 seconds. Cause this is the freedom that we talking about. Hey, this is the freedom. This is the freedom where you find yourself, you be yourself, and then you let other people do the same. Come on, this is about taking off your mask and come out of denial. Hey, thank you, Vicky. Hey, hey, thank you for the chance. This is the freedom. You being you, taking off that mask, doing what everybody else told you to do. Like, what is your soul calling for? Okay, we gotta move. Just, just move to the vamp. Okay, we gotta move. Okay, so in all of that, family, when Jesus said, "I come that you might have life and that you might have it more abundantly," he was talking about you coming out of denial and you being free to be you. Listen, I'm gonna say it one more time. We're gonna keep reading. Your mask or persona helps you gain social approval. It helps you to appear to be normal and well adjusted, even if you aren't. It hides your pain and shows people an edited version of you. I was talking to somebody the other day. I said, it's hard for me now to be in rooms with people that I can't be myself with, or to be in conversation or be in relationship with people where I know I have self-awareness. I'm trying to own my partner relationship, and to be in relationship with somebody that won't is hard to do. Not impossible, just hard. I said that because these are the awarenesses that you have when you are walking in true liberation of being your most authentic self. Because you don't really care. You don't really, I don't want to cuss, but we're going to use it as an acronym. You could give a funny Uncle Cat kite what people think. Because you know that the mask, it hides your pain and shows people an edited version of you. They don't see your fear, your shame, your grief, your self judgment. Listen, listen. They don't see your fear, your shame, your grief, or your self judgment. They don't see how your heart hurts or how your mind is gripped by anxiety. In other words, your mask hides your shadow material. It is like makeup or hairspray. It hides your zits and makes your unruly hair sit down even on a bad hair day. It makes everything look better than it is so that the shadow can stay hidden. So many people are doing things in life because they don't want to expose how they are hurting. I think often my wake up call pushed me to expose the thank you for the gift, fam, to expose my struggles with talking about my sexuality, talking about my divorce, because ultimately I want people that are struggling to know that there's freedom on this side as you are navigating what spirituality looks like for you, and not get caught up and people talking about you can't sage, you can't burn candles, you can't do this because that may not be what you're called to. You might be called to doing tarot. You might be called to doing oracle readings. You might be called to do Reiki. But how you define it is what matters, right? Right? And sometimes when you can't be yourself, I would say it's like a slow you deteriorate on the inside. Okay? All right, fam. All right, I'm trying to move. I'm excited. Sorry. It hides your zits and makes your unruly hair sit down even on a bad hair day. It makes everything look better than it is so that the shadow can stay hidden. The cosmetic industry benefits greatly from our attempt to deny the shadow. Nobody wants to show they're ugly, right? People have facelifts, belly tucks, breast implants because they don't feel comfortable with the sags and wrinkles of an aging body. They want a perfect body and a perfect life. Of course, the attempt to find perfection in the body or the world is bound to fail. The body withers and dies. The world is an unsteady place. There is no security here. Listen, let me testify because I'm looking at my hair and I'm looking at my hair, but I'm also realizing there was a time where I would like try to color all this gray because y'all see this gray, right? Y'all see all this, right? But part of my healing journey has been like, Titus, just let it go. And what was interesting to me this week when I was getting my hair cut, like my stylist went live and people were fascinated with the color. Oh, thank you. People were fascinated with the color, and I was like, interesting. But that makes me consider how there are things that we don't like about ourselves that people are legit fascinated with. So I'm gonna say that back to everybody else. You're beautiful. Stop it. Since if it's in the chair, it's in the room. Thank you for the reminder, Captain Pops. I appreciate you. Right. So they don't want a perfect body. They want a perfect body and a perfect life. Of course, the attempt to find perfection in the body or the world is bound to fail. The body withers and dies. The world is an unsteady place. There is no security here. Real happiness cannot be found on the outside. It can only be found within. It can only be found by developing a loving relationship with yourself. Let's run that back. Real happiness cannot be found on the outside. It can only be found within. It can only be found by developing a loving relationship with yourself. And you can develop such a relationship only if you accept yourself, warts and all. Warts and all. Like I say this all the time, but I had to learn how to accept being a 4'11" black guy. And I had to come to terms with Titus, you ain't growing no more. I remember looking to see if there's a way that you could stretch your legs because I was like, how do I be taller than I am? Not knowing that the way that I'm made is the way that I'm made and it's all good. And being able to accept all of me. Like, I told people on live that I went ham on somebody a couple of weeks ago. I just went off. I think I did it yesterday too. I think we just gonna blame it on the Mercury retrograde because your boy Titus has been kind of saying some choice words, and I ain't been this anywho, because there's no right or wrong, right? There's no right or wrong. Long story short, accepting all of it, even when you feel like you've slipped or made a mistake, accepting all of it because it's all a part of your learning. It is all a part of your learning, right? I feel like in this space, healing out of church, I feel like sometimes the altar call put us in a space of judgment and being critical toward ourselves, right? Versus, thank you for all the likes, Captain Pops. I appreciate you. Versus just really sitting in this truth that the mistake you thought was a mistake was only a lesson. And if you could just imagine, thank you, Beth, for the gift. If you could just imagine that whatever it is, maybe it was a bad financial decision. Maybe you slipped and fell in Virginia. Maybe you stood tall and strong on Pennsylvania and you wrote, okay, calm down, Titus. Maybe you thought that was a mistake. Help me, Holy Ghost. Maybe you thought it was a mistake. Whatever the case is, you're from Pennsylvania? Well, Mike, we're talking about a different Pennsylvania. This okay. Let me not get on that tangent. Lord have mercy. Keep my mind today. That's what's up. Welcome for Pennsylvania. You're welcome here. You're welcome here. Focus, Titus. Focus. Listen, I need my partner to show up. I'm ready. Listen, Isley. Listen. All right, here you go. Okay. All right. Focus. 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 Okay. I lost track. Come on, Titus. Listen, real happiness cannot be found on the outside. It can only be found within. It only can be found by developing a loving relationship with yourself. And you can develop such a relationship only if you accept yourself, warts and all. So even having these type of conversations, I've learned to be okay with how I present information. Sometimes, most of the times, it's comical. But side note, what I learned, um, this is why learning who you are is so essential by way of astrology, numerology, and all that stuff. Grand Rise and CC sell spells because it was like something happened this week, and I was just okay with how it's showing up because I know based on astrology and numerology that it's just me. Thank you, CC Saleswells. I appreciate it. I was trying something different. It was time to do something different. And so in this space of knowing who you are, right? Which I recommend if you haven't done it already. I don't care what they tell you. All right. If you feel called to it, go get an astrology reading, go get a numerology reading. I'm a firm believer for me, it has helped me identify and be okay with being who I am. Okay? But that's just a side note. Okay? And something happened yesterday. I can't I just went blank just that quick. But in that moment, I was like, whoa, okay, there's no need to judge because that's just who I am. This is who I am. And these are the lessons that I'm learning. Come on. And listen, it to know who you are and then to see some things that you walk through, you take the judgment off the table. All right, because there's no need to judge anything because these are lessons. And somebody put a comment, just rewrite it in a different way because TikTok might be filtering whatever your comments are saying. Okay, I'm gonna run this back one more time. Real happiness cannot be found on the outside. It can only be found within. It can only be found by developing a loving relationship with yourself. And you can develop such a relationship only if you accept yourself, warts and all. That means that you need to make peace with your shadow. You have to learn to see and to love all the aspects of you, physical, emotional, and mental, that are that are unideal and challenging for yourself or others. Listen, that are unideal and challenging for yourself or others. And here's the truth. Because I've been toying, is it okay if am I talking too much? Is this okay? I know it's my lie, but I just like to ask. Like, I'm sorry. Because I think I'm really excited today. Put a mic if y'all good. Put a mic in the chat if y'all good. Cool. So I've been in this space of really working on how to brand myself, honestly, how to brand what we're producing in this space. And I was toying with, first, I was toying with uh, worshiping mystic. And then I think at one point it was a conscious worship leader. But in all that, I have been on this journey of really trying to figure out, how do I brand me? Maybe that's somebody else's story. And what I'm learning in this space, that the real branding comes when you are unideal and it's challenging for yourself or others. And what I'm finding out, that the real challenge I feel like in this space is, how do I integrate being a mystic and loving God with my Pentecostal and Baptist roots? Who else is in the chat that can identify? Because this is unconventional in this new way of being. I feel like people have done it. Come on. Listen, I feel like there are people that do it, but they've been behind closed doors. They've been behind closed doors, so they wouldn't say that they're casting spells. They wouldn't say that they're burning sage. But now people have experienced certain things and it's coming to the forefront. And I feel like we are in a space to where, how do we have these conversations so that people can be themselves with no judgment? But this is what this is saying. Like, you have to learn to see and to love all the aspects of you. This is why I couldn't. Absolutely. Oh, listen. The righteous celestial. Come on, I love that. I had an elder in my Pentecost talk to me about the Hebrew Bible. Listen. But then listen, they go behind closed doors and they do all kinds of stuff. But how do you be you in the light? How do you just show up as your most authentic self in the light? Because when you can do it in the light, and of course I say that there's boundaries, because I also have this philosophy that everybody don't need to know what's going on in your bedroom. But this doesn't mean that you're fearful about talking about it, right? Because when I say bedroom, I'm talking about the bedroom of you and your relationship with God. You don't have to tell everybody what's going on in the chamber of your heart and your mind and your soul, how you relate to God, whether it's meditation, burning sage, doing a tarot card reading, doing oracle card reading. You know what I'm saying? But there is a space that people need your story so they can know that it's okay, it's possible to connect the two, to connect whatever is going to connect them to be their most greatest and most authentic self. I feel like I'm preaching this morning. And I feel the key of A flat arising and settling on my heart. Because there are so many people who are living in fear and they really want to be their most. Okay. But yes, 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 yes. You have to learn to see and love all the aspects of you, physical, emotional, and mental, that are unideal and challenging for yourself or others. Hold on, real quick. Come in. Give me a second. I'll take care of you. Huh? Okay, give me a second. This is my baby boy. So, in this space that we are healing and growing, again, you have to learn to see and to love all the aspects of you, physical, emotional, and mental. You have to be willing to see not only where the body sags or extends outward inelegantly, but where your heart hurts or feels sad. You have to learn to let your arms around, to learn to get your arms around your whole experience, both high and low, good and bad, light and shadow. I'm gonna read this next section, then I'm gonna hop out so I can go be a daddy. People may love your mask, but they don't necessarily see, accept, or know what is underneath the mask. Listen, people may love your mask, but they don't necessarily see, accept, or know what is underneath the mask. You yourself may not know the deeper, more primitive part of you. Listen, you may be disconnected from your emotional body and the pains and yearnings of your heart. Listen, your shadow is locked away behind your mask. Usually it is unconscious, which is why very few people are in touch with it. Generally, you see it. Generally, you see it only when you are triggered and your pain erupts. This is often sudden and surprising. You witness unhealed wounds you did not know that you had. OMG. Our relationships get it out, Titus. Our relationships inevitably push our buttons, and our pain inevitably leaks through our mask. Like most of us, you are probably trying to avoid this eruption of your shadow because you do not want to deal with your pain or the pain of others. So, society rewards you for having a good mask and living behind it. It's all about saving face. It's all about looking good, even if you don't feel good. Listen, Miss Bird, come on. And I almost shed a tear when I cut my locks this weekend. I almost did. I almost shed a tear and I felt a little emotional. But I think that was about letting go, being free to let go, being free to let go of everything. And my one of my friends pointed it out. He was like, "Ty, you had your locks for long, that your locks could be carrying a certain energy, right? And with this idea that I'm known for my locks, so how do I, brand and all this stuff? But then again, there's like this. Thank you so much. There's this understanding now that you have to release in order to actually receive the things that you're actually looking for, and the people that are really assigned to you will accept you no matter no matter what you feel like you need to release, because that is a part of breaking the mask. Some people only live their life to please their spouse. Listen, some people only live their life to please their spouse or to please their children. How are you living your life? Are you living with a mask on? Thank you. Are you living with a mask on, or are you in this energy of, I must be me at all times? I must be myself. I must learn myself. I must find myself. Society rewards you for having a good mask and living behind it. It's all about saving face. It's all about looking good. Thank y'all, everybody, for the compliments. It's all about looking good, even if you don't feel good. It's all about denying the shadow and not looking at your pain and self betrayal. Taking your mask off is therefore a revolutionary act. It is the first step in the process of healing your pain and creating an integration between shadow and persona. And listen, you know what confirmed? You know what confirmed my cutting for me? This might be a little, it's not arrogant, it's confidence. So y'all don't take this the wrong way. Cause my head, we're healing your life, a 12-step guide, healing your life, a 12-step guide to bringing love, power, and purpose into your life. My head almost got blew up because a rub, you know, all it takes is one. All it takes is one somebody to confirm that you on the right step. When I say, I posted my pic and I got this DM. Somebody I didn't think was interested, but I was like, okay. I didn't know the hair was holding me back. Let me quit. I didn't know that the hair was holding me back. And I was like, sometimes I'd be naive with people like hitting on me or flirting with me. And I was like, like, does it look okay? And they were like, I want to hit you up if it looks some other way. I said, oh, bet, take it. But that's what I'm talking about. Like you coming out of the space of doing things or holding on to things that no longer serve you. Because just like my hair will grow back, the things that you let go and release will come back in a different form, in a different way of being that served you on that level of energy that you're rocking with. Am I making sense, fam? So that is our metaphysical Bible study for today. I hope that you were encouraged. If you were encouraged, feel free to send a donation, dollar sign Titus Glenn. You can do that via Cash App, or you can do that by way of PayPal. You have to click on the information in my profile. And Venmo, click on the information in my profile. But Cash App is dollar sign Titus Glenn. If anything resonated with you, I appreciate everyone that has donated, those that are sharing my content. If you don't have anything to give, do me a favor, go stream my music today. Please go do me a favor, go stream my music today, because it takes about 250,000 streams to get $1,000. So if you just on the card, every stream counts. You hear me? Every stream counts. So if you and then another thing, I do have spots open for coaching. Oh, thank you, Sonny. Thank you so much. I do got spots for coaching. So if you need to be coached in the areas of your life where you are experiencing this pain or any type of pain, I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you so much. Click on the information in my profile, set up the conversation so we can have the conversation to really help you on your healing journey. And so I think that's all that I have for now. I'm going to come back later to do some readings, probably another hour, get my kids situated. So if you are, I won't go live on TikTok. I won't go live on Facebook. But if you are on TikTok or if you see this video and you like, bet, let me experience this. I'll come back on TikTok. We'll do readings. The readings will have a price to it, and it's just the energy exchange that I'm working with, as we pour out and we encourage and uplift. So come back, let's say around 11 o'clock. We'll do some readings. 10:30, 11 o'clock, but we'll do that. And I love y'all. How that sound to y'all? Y'all coming back? I appreciate y'all. Y'all making it do what it do. Cool, cool, cool. So we'll be coming back to do some readings, and I will see y'all in just a little bit. I'm in Central Standard Central Standard Time. So right now it's 9:53. So in about let's just lock in 45 minutes to an hour because I want to make sure that they're good and ready. So in about 9:53, so we're looking at like 10:45, 11 o'clock. Okay, Central Standard Time for some readings. If you're up to it, if you're okay with me peeking into your energy and pulling out the cards, we're gonna be back. So I love y'all, and you guys have the most amazing day if you don't come back.